man. I'm looking at my Wells Fargo. I'm doing, goddamn. What?
All right, guys, out here in Miami, Mr. Organik's home turf. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Have no fear. Mr. Organik is here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is my land.
How long you been out here?
I've been out here about almost a year and a half. Moved out here in November.
You like
Best
it
decision ever.
more than LA?
Way better than LA. You know, from the taxes to the freedom, to the women, to the environment, the networking, just the endless possibilities, and like you could really broaden your horizons at the highest level.
Yeah.
I go to the gym, I see Semen, I see Bugattis, interacting with millionaires and billionaires on a daily basis, and like-minded individuals. So this is all like a dream sometimes when I be here. I love it.
I got Miami way over LA in my rankings.
Yeah.
It ain't close.
It ain't even close. And then like from the license to carries, you could protect yourself, stand your ground. I'm into all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm all about getting my money, but I want to protect and keep my money. So it gives you that.
People test you, right?
Oh, they gonna try that. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta stay prayed up though.
Yeah, with what you wear, you're getting tested.
Yeah, brother. This is walk around about a good $250,000 on a light day. You know what I'm saying? I just came from the gym and hit the shower and threw on some miscellaneous jewelry just now.
Damn.
I'm still feeling like that.
Damn.
Yeah. I took it easy though. I used to be way crazier, but you know, when I had the green beard, I used to walk around $500,000 every day. You know, but you know, you grow up sometimes.
Yeah. You feel like you're buying less materialistic things these days?
Most definitely. And then I learned so much, especially from the blinged out stuff to the, you know, getting authorized dealer watches, getting solid gold. I learned that from losing so much. Spending $400,000 or $500,000 on jewelry, then have to sell it when you go on hard times and they give you $200,000 for something. It's like, wow, okay, now I learned the real things. I learned about authorized dealers when I was in Switzerland, getting to watch it directly from them. And then I also learned about solid gold. This Cuban alone went up almost $20,000 since I bought it 2 years ago because gold at an all-time high. So like things like that I picked up.
That's interesting because I always assumed chains went down in value.
Yeah, so the diamond ones. So like you see the one with the diamonds?
Yeah.
That, and I'm cool with jewelers, right? So that's what I learned too. So when I sold my money and I lost half, now I got jeweler friends. When somebody sell their stuff, they give it to me at their price because I'm cool with them. So I don't lose no money on the blinged out stuff. But if I buy something for me, I want the solid gold, 18 karat, full gold shit. And I hold that and it goes up in value.
Yeah, gold's been going up, man.
Right, gold and also like Cartier bracelets and Van Cleef, they go up 5% almost every year.
Damn.
So it's almost off inflation. You're gonna make money on it if you just keep them, and that's a nice, good purchase too.
That's dope.
I learned that.
What else are you investing in?
Of course, I invested in crypto in the early ages. In 2020s when everybody got in, you know, I did very well in that. God is great. But then I was stuck in a cold front for a while, for like 2 or 3 years.
The bear market.
And it was grueling, you know what I mean? And I learned so much. When you got new money and you experience that, you think it's never gonna end, you think it's gonna keep going up, and then you get shocked, like, damn, this is real life. This is what bosses go through. This is what billionaires, millionaires go through. So it was a rude awakening for me, especially when my business at the height was my content. So I explain this all the time. So people see me with the 6 supercars in Malibu and the big mansion in Malibu. They're not understanding my content is my business. The more cars I get, the flashier I am. The more people buy my clothing, the more people invest into my videos.
Watch your content, shit like that, yeah.
The more sponsorships and partnerships I get. So once everything drops and people stop paying attention, crypto drop, now you go into your bank account to pay for all this shit. Now it becomes a problem. So it's things you learn.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful lesson though. Because me and my friends, shout out to my guy, Tall Guy Car Reviews, we created this genre of being urban influencers. So you gotta think about it. 8 years ago, there was no black person from the hood that talked like me, looked like me, that was doing content. Unless they were doing pranks, family channels. No, we was coming in buying Hellcats. We was the first people with Hellcats, Corvettes, wrapping the cars with the crazy colors. So all this stuff you see now from all these young, urban, white, black, Mexican, whoever they are, that's doing this car content, doing this lifestyle content, being themselves, we was the original seeds of that. So what comes with being the original, you gotta learn the height. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that it would be an end to it. I'm thinking the more stuff I get, the more viewership I get, the more money I'll make, boom. Not knowing that, to be real, when you black, and then people might take this wrong, but I'm telling you, if I was a white person like Jake Paul, one of them, and I had all the shit I had, I'd be the biggest person in fucking life. Shout out to Andrew Tate, he's half black, but he kind of looked white.
Yep.
That's how he got to. I was here before him. Had all them cars before
If you're building something, doesn't matter if it's a business, a brand, or just a better version of yourself, then you already know. The work never really stops. Your brain is always on. Ideas at 2 a.m., problems at 3, plans at 4. But here's the truth. If you never shut down, you're going to crash fast. That's why I use Sambrosa. It's not hype. It's not some trendy sleep hack. It's a legit syrup that helps you fall asleep when your brain won't let you. You take it and 20 to 30 minutes later, you're out. Not groggy, not drugged up, just to sleep like you're supposed to be.
Yo, I need that shit.
Then you wake up clear with no brain fog, no dragging yourself out of bed, you get your hours in, and you actually feel like you slept. Sleep isn't optional, it's not self-care, it's strategy. If you're not getting it right, you're leaving energy, focus, and money on the table. Sambrosa helps me sleep, it helps me execute, that's the only reason I talk about it. You want to get ahead, start by getting real rest. Check out the link below in their website, www.samb.
All these people. But I'm black, so it's like, it's a certain cap you would get to, and that would happen. So I had to be the guinea pig for my people. And I was, and I took that, and it was a blessing to go through it and still bounce back. But it was a hell of a time, though.
Damn. I wonder why there's a cap. That's interesting.
It is interesting, right? Because you can't tell me like a real urban black person that's in the content creation that's real. Not a video game player like me, like, what's up, bitch? You didn't see me knock out robbers. You didn't see me have women and all this at the highest level. I don't stream. I don't play no fucking video games. I'm a real nigga, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So you can't show me another that's at that level and stays there and keep going up. It's almost impossible in the content creation world. It's not.
What do you guys think about that? Charleston White been doing that. I think it's a bit easier now because we have so much access. So like I think it's a bit easier now.
Like, woe is me. No, I'm a blessed. I became a millionaire. But it's just a fact. And no one could tell me otherwise. And I was the guinea pig for it.
Yeah. Now you got at least some of the streamers like Kai Cenat, Usher Speed, they're blowing up, right?
And that's a blessing. But as you see, they're still goofballs. No offense to them, but they're not like me. They don't intimidate you. I'm 6'6", 230 pounds. I could punch you and break your jaw in one punch. I'm good with firearms. You know what I'm saying? I get any woman I want when I walk in the room with $0 or $1 million. I'm different.
With $0 or $1 million. I love that. Me too.
I'm not these little goofy guys. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. They're millionaires. They make a path for our people too. It's a blessing. But there's nobody out there that was like me and still isn't. And it's okay though. But as long as you can make it out the hood, that's a blessing. That's how I take it. We opened up a lane, me and my dog Slim, that now people from the hood, they don't gotta be basketball players. You don't gotta sell drugs. You don't gotta be a rapper. I could be a content creator, be myself, start my own clothing line, get me some partnerships, and still make some good money. Even if I'm not a millionaire. Just imagine I make enough just to pay my bills, being my fucking self. That's a blessing. And that's what we open those doors.
Getting paid to be yourself and own your own time. Powerful, right?
For that.
Yeah, I love that mindset. Did you ever go back to the hood after you got out?
Man, hell no. Shit me. That's the most dangerous place for the hood is the black man. You know what I'm saying? Like white folks be scared. They're not gonna touch you. They gonna let you go. They take you to police. They scared of you. You gonna tell. Yeah. We know that we train not to tell. I tells. I fuck all that. I made it out the hood. You play with me, I'm gonna tell you and try to kill you. I'm gonna do both. I'm with all the shit.
Tattletale. What did I say the other day? Tattletale.
I need all my options. You know what I'm saying? I'm an octopus with this shit. But I got my energy there. You know, people know me and they know I'm there for them. So I give them inspiration, motivation, but I can't go back and just interact. It's very dangerous. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle. He did that. You see where that got him? He was our hood messiah. And look how he got killed on his own land that he bought, that he was raised in, that he created this whole genre and got killed in broad daylight by one of his own people. It's fucking crazy, right? So that's what that gets you. But I'm smart enough to play from afar, still motivate, inspire my people. When it's time, it's time. But right now, I got to see the world and show them greater things. You know what I'm saying? They can see me. I'm very visible.
Feel that.
Yeah.
Dating in Miami versus LA, what's that difference like?
See, the brilliance of being a person on social media and really being that guy your whole life, the world is my turf. So like it's not like I'm day to day and dating women in Miami. I'm on the internet. I got social media. I could date a bitch from Poland. I had bitches fly in from goddamn Zanzibar. You know what I'm saying? And the next weekend after I meet her on Instagram or something like that. So it really ain't no difference. But I put it like this though. If you really want to know the feeling of it, you got a feeling that these women are more plastic and more transactional, right? They have the conversation with you of, you know, what are we doing or what can you do for me?
Right.
More than who are you? Where are you from? Do you believe in God? They're so transactional. I want to worry about what can you do for them? What can you add to them instead of what can we combine together and grow?
That's it. These facts. you know, and that's another thing. A lot of you guys, that's why a lot of these guys, you get in trouble. Men get in trouble is just because you meet these women and you don't see the red flags. Like, does she really like me for me? Does she ask me questions? What is she into? What does she read? What is she, you know?
Unlearn me, and then we get to that part. I see that comes a little faster. Not to me, because once again, my content, you know, will let you know who I am. I'm not a person to play with like that.
Yeah.
If any transaction going on with a woman, it's coming to me. You know what I'm saying? I treat it like the mob. If you know about the mob, if it's the Godfather, right?
Yeah.
And they come with earners and capos and shit. If you want to join the mob, I'm the boss. I'm the millionaire. I don't want to came from nothing. You just a regular bitch with a fat ass and some titties. Okay, you want to get with the Godfather. What are you bringing to me to be around me? That's how I
Shout out to Northwest Registered Agent, today's sponsor. Starting your own business, imagine getting it registered 30 years.
Making money.
Just 30, your home, keeping your business and start building.
should be. Why am I the boss? Millions of dollars, all this clout, all this legendariness, 1% of 1% money, 1% physically, and I'm gonna do for you? No. What are you doing to stay around here? Show me. Show me your reason that I should fuck with you.
Bars.
That's how I conduct myself.
So that being said, in your position right now, could you date a woman that was broke?
It's a fucking impossible. Never in life. I need something that is already on the move or already up there with me. She gotta have something. Just like the women, she gotta have ambition at least, you know, and I gotta see that in her. And if I do, we could work with it. But if she broke and she's struggling, get the fuck away from me. I don't want nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? You a curse. You know what I'm saying? They say that in like 48 Laws of Power. Stay away from the bad luck motherfuckers and the broke age. Hell no. And a woman? She liable to do anything, sir. You know, when you a person of success and you groomed yourself to be this type of person, that's the most dangerous thing is a woman that's desperate and broke. She'll try and do anything, especially you don't cater to her. You know, you come with all type of accusations if you don't do what she want. Nah, you gotta have some skin in the game to mess with me. You know, it ain't about what you bring into the table, it's about what you bring into my table. And I like steak. You know, grass-fed. I heard that's kind of bad for you from what I just heard, so I might got to switch that up.
You might have to go to Wagyu.
I might got to go to Wagyu. I still like a good lamb, you know what I'm saying? So
Lamb chops.
I love a lamb chop.
Same.
Marinated, you know what I'm saying? I like that. I fuck with that. For real though, champ, it's like, always had this mindset too. The glory of being a person that was born with these attributes that every man would want, you know, from being his stature, you know, having this beautiful skin and face and having this charismatic attitude and, you know, wittiness and humor and still having this vessel that anybody would die to have, then obtaining money and clout with it, never drinking alcohol, never smoking weed my entire life, no baby mamas, no kids at 43, still looking like 43. A specimen. I'm a real life superhero. I feel like I'm the black Magneto mixed with Thanos. That's how I walk around. And I'm stay this way.
Damn, that's rare at your age. Well done, man.
Most definitely. Thank you, especially as a black man. And I take it serious. And I'm always talking about my people. But like I always say, it ain't no black power motherfucking shit. It's just, I know my people need a vessel like me. We need a Black Panther for real. I just feel like I'm like the Black Captain Planet or something for my people. I ain't gonna save nobody that don't wanna be saved, but the motivated and inspired come with me. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get our ass up and grind. Don't give me nothing. I'm gonna work for everything. I don't deserve nothing. I gotta earn every motherfucking thing. So anybody fuck with me, we about earning. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what we've been through in our life, no matter what we've been through currently, fuck all that. What we doing to fix it? Let's learn, let's grow. That's what it's about. Let's get everything, because it's there for us. This is America. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. We built this shit. So how the fuck we gonna be the last place? Hell no, let's go to war.
I love that mindset.
Yeah, let's get it.
What about dating a woman that had money, but it was made off her looks?
We're gonna be real philosophical right now. Like, I ain't no fool. I'm a player at the same time too. So if she doing OnlyFans, you know, I'm gonna play the game with her. If she getting the millions of dollars and shit, I ain't gonna be. My heart ain't gonna be in it, but my dick will be. You know what I'm saying? My dick will be for sure. And I'm gonna run the bag up. Well, I'm gonna siphon that bread up out of her. You know what I mean? We're gonna have some fun, but I'm not gonna take her serious. Let's be realistic. You know, I'm a man of morals and principles. So I never attach something to put my heart on line that's gonna be able to shift her mind and her body just for $1. That's not a good person to be around. But it's business, and I will get that money out of her, but I wouldn't take her serious. I could never. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how much it is. I would never take her serious. We could have a good time. She could give me some bread, you know what I'm saying, buy me some shit. But nah, brother, I wouldn't give a fuck about it. You know what I mean?
What's the most you've spent on a girl?
Man, it's real minuscule. But at the same time, I did have a girl that allowed me to be I ain't gonna say she allowed me. We was in an open relationship.
Yeah.
So I gave her the guidelines that I'm gonna give her. You know, you take care of this household. I'm gonna have other women. Then I'm gonna make sure you're good. I'm gonna give you a couple, you know, make sure he take you shopping, look good, feel good. So I really don't know the number, but I bought a few bags and did a few trips and things like that. Women spend way more money than me than I ever did on them. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one.
Play
It ain't
shit.
close. So yeah, it's really like how much a woman spent on me. We talking about 100,000 in the lump.
Damn.
Bam, right there in hand, cash. You know what I'm saying? I've done that on a humbug because they understand, they believe in the glory. I'm a $100 million man. I'm gonna get that. So any woman that believes in me and invests in my program, she gonna be repaid handsomely for sure. No matter if we don't fuck around no more. I never forget nobody that believed in me. And it's very appreciated. But I am the one. So think about it. Sam, right? If you building $100 million business, right? And that's your goal, and that's what you putting your all, your mind, your body, your soul into, and you know that's projected. We know podcasts is getting $100 million deals, right?
Yeah.
And this is what I do. And if you're a woman and you got any type of extra finances, why should I cipher out this money that could be going to this $100 million business to you? For a purse? To show off for your fucking friends? For what? What are you gonna do with that money? But what can I do with that? What can I do with that extra $1,000? How many more podcasts can I do? This one podcast go viral, we fucking out of here. Why are we thinking about the fuck you thinking about? Think about what I'm doing. That's where I need to go to. That's how I conduct myself.
Facts. Speaking of $100 million podcast deals, Shannon Sharp, he had an offer to sell his show for $100 million, and then all this stuff happened.
Lord have mercy.
What would you do if you were him right now?
Once again, I'm gonna go back to this because we gotta keep this in our forefront.
Wait, what? 100
Every
million?
successful black man that stays in that whoremonger phase, they go out bad. I could name them: R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, Tupac. Like people forget Tupac. He went to jail for, basically, he was out on bail. Like punching that guy, he was going back to prison for that. People don't understand. So he was going down for that. Shannon Sharp right now, P. Diddy. Almost all our successful black men go down to women. You must have a balance here. You got to have some structure. You can't be, and shout out to him, we ain't gonna talk down because Louis Farrakhan says this, and I take it to heart because it's real. The same thing will make you laugh and make you cry. Don't laugh, learn. It might sound funny, but it ain't fucking funny. It can happen to any of us. A bitch we messed with 10 years ago, we didn't think we did nothing, but she feels some type of way. See you get that deal, just make some shit up out the blue. Or you might did a little something extra too much. Damn, I did.
That's what I'm saying. What did I say about this whole Diddy thing? People judging, laughing at him. Don't laugh. Just learn. I was telling my pops, I was like, bro, imagine 10 years later, I'm popping, I'm this big person. One of an ex or one of the girls I could have dealt with said I did some, just the accusation alone, you're done. You know?
Did say stop it. I goddamn did 2 more strokes. Fuck, damn. You know what I'm saying? Let me give her some money. Nah, too late. So with the Shannon Sharp situation, it's all about balance. He got to the pinnacle. He worked hard at the motherfucker. We thought it was over for him. The Skip Bayless shit. He did his own podcast. I was like, is he really gonna make it? Who knew Cat Williams was gonna do that for him? We didn't fucking know.
Yeah.
But he believed in himself. He invested in himself, and he did that. But he didn't take the precautionary measures of protecting his assets, which is him and his brand. Women will take you down. So all that freakazoid shit must come to an end. You can't be no fucking single freak with millions and millions and millions of dollars. You're gonna lose it. It's a fact. So that's what it boils down to. And all this freaky shit we're hearing, like if you into that, I get it. But brother, you can't be no single. You gotta get you a woman that's with that. That's your girl, something, your wife, you gotta do it with her. Or take your ass to goddamn Hong Kong and Beijing and Thailand somewhere, get you some lady boys and go crazy like that. You wanna do all that wild tie 'em up shit. You can't do that, sir. And then with a 19-year-old girl, brother, white? Oh my God. What the fresh white snow? Nigga, you tripping. You 54 and you got a big Moose Bowinkle nose. You a big nose nigga too. They gonna really look at you crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? You had no chance, sir. And then you talk crazy on your podcast about sex all the time. So I talk a little bit about sex too, but I'm not messing with that many women no more. It's past transgressions. I understand where I'm going. And the more money I get, the bigger I get, the less I'm gonna talk about it. Cause you can't do both. You can't. It's gonna go bad for you. Simple and plain. So I wish the best for him. It's a fight, and I believe he's strong enough to fight and win. But he lost more than 50 million with this situation. Can he make it in the future? Of course he can. And hopefully he learns from it and grows. I wish nothing but the best for him. Do I think he did something out of pocket to her? I don't. I think he's just a freaky old big motherfucking moose nose motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He just want to get nasty with the bitch. You know what I'm saying? OnlyFans. You could tell the dialogue is chopped up. She was setting them up from the get-go.
100%.
What the fuck is these conversations recorded? What are you talking about? And you should have known better, though. You know what I'm saying? You an old country nigga. You should know better than that.
When you're on a phone, you got to assume it's always recorded.
Always assume it's recorded.
Always.
And treat it that way from the rip and move accordingly. You know what I'm saying? And set up boundaries and set up your own proximity protection right away when you felt that. You know what I mean? And so I wish him nothing but the best, but he laid in his bed. He made his bed, he got to lay in it.
Yeah.
But once again, people don't laugh, learn. Same thing will make you laugh and make you cry. I promise.
Well, shout out to Stephen A. He's never been caught up in some shit like this.
Stephen A. keep it, but think about it, right? He never keep it too sexy, talking all that way. He handle his business. You know what I'm saying? A little Uncle Thomas, a little coonish, but hey, nigga, you gotta tap dance sometimes. Did he get his $100 million deal?
Stephen A. did, yeah.
Yes, he did. You know, he put a little tap shoes on. Fuck it. Sometimes hey, brother, sometimes you got to play the role. Back in slavery times, it was some house niggas in there learning how to goddamn read it. Hey, master, get in the book and read it real quick. Hey, eat the cornbread, get a little bit of information and fucking the wife and shit real quick. But you had to play your role and then go back outside. Hey, nigga, this is how you read, motherfucker. This is the Bible. You know what I mean? You got to play your role sometime. You got to infiltrate to elevate. Damn, that was a bar. You know what I'm saying? You got to infiltrate to elevate, but you got to keep your integrity and morals. And I will tell you, I believe Stephen A. Smith kept his integrity and morals because he constantly pulled his people in. He didn't want to guy Shannon Sharp that job when he lost it with Skip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He didn't have to do that. That's a direct competition. So he is a good man, and but he played his role as he should. I ain't gonna never down a man for, tap dancing a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We all got to do it.
We all got to do it. You know what I mean? It's only right. We got to have common sense and have discernment on the goal. You know, when we get there and we get our freedom, then we can do what we want. But right now, we got to do what we got to do till we can do what we want to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So shout out to Stephen A. too, though.
Shout out to him. You still doing the no fap stuff?
Man, that's a good question, man. I think I'm one of the first, especially from the urban side. I'm an innovator in a lot of things. So I like my glory and my homage. There was nobody looking like me talking about not jacking off and not watching, you know what I'm saying, coming from the hood, so that changed my life. It did. I swear to God it did. There's something about, changing that narrative of just busting a nut for no reason. And I'm going to tell you what it was. It's like I thought about it. I'm laying in the bed beating my motherfucking meat. You know what I'm saying? Got my legs cocked up all crazy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you bust a nut on your own stomach and shit, grabbing a t-shirt that you want to wear tomorrow and put nut all on it. There's some weird shit going on here. Why the fuck am I a legendary superhero motherfucker beating my meat like a fucking weirdo when I can I gotta earn this nut? Once again, I'm all about earning. I'm not about deserving nothing. I don't want no instant gratification. I gotta earn it. So I don't do semen retention like I ain't fucking pussy. I'm a fuck a bitch. But I must earn this nut to come out my body. And that's how I directed it. And that translated to me working out more. It translated me to focus. That's the same time I started my YouTube. It was a direct correlation. When I started No Flap, I started YouTube and I became a millionaire. So I tell people all the time, not jacking off and not watching changed my life. It gave me more directive, it gave me more energy, it gave me more, vigor to go handle business. And on top of that, let me hit the gym more because now I can't, this nut piling up. I gotta make a bitch look at me a little bit more. I gotta get a little more witty, a little more smart. I gotta earn this shit, you know what I'm saying? So it elevated me physically, mentally, and monetarily. And spiritually too, I feel.
You could channel that energy, man.
For sure.
It's powerful.
And I'm still practicing it to this day. And I'm trying to do more too with, I got a woman I'm with now, and I'm trying to even, stick with that and not have numerous women and just go vulgar mode because I know 100 million coming for me. I can smell it. I can feel it in my bones at night. It wakes me up. Have dreams of just glory. So I know I must, shack down and be a real disciplined individual right now.
Nice. You said no kids yet. You want kids?
No kids for me as of right now. It has to be like, once again, my favorite character is Thanos. I just feel like when I get that 100 million, probably like 30 million solid to deal 100 and I got 30 million liquid I can look at, I can rest. I don't want to bring a kid in this world unless I'm super, super substantially, you know what I'm saying?
Why, though? You can still, why?
Giving them my energy, because I'm chasing this money. I'm chasing the glory right now. It's not a monetary sum. It's just the act of being able to take care of my whole family and showing that no one have to worry about nothing ever. I'm already the most legendary person in my family tree by far. My bloodline is all rested on me. And I always talked about that as a kid. So for me to have kids, I must have that liquid wealth that I could say, I could have a kid now. On top of that, I had a vasectomy. I did that. So I wouldn't, make no mistakes. Still nothing in pussy, but it ain't floating. You know what I'm saying? I ain't perfect, you know what I'm saying? But I knew that. So I took the measure of getting a vasectomy, but had my semen safe it's saved in the vault, so I can do a vitro or I can reverse it if I ever want to do it. So either way, I can reverse it if I'm married or do a vitro when I find the right woman. She about 6'2", you know what I'm saying?
6'2", damn.
Yeah, I want a 6'2" bitch. I'm 6'6". We can make us a 7-footer. You know what I mean?
You want an NBA baby.
Yeah, we're going to make us a good mutant. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got to do that. They making fucking 400, 300 million now. I used to give a fuck about sports because I always felt like sports was really a booby trap for us. Because when in the hood, that's all we ever thought about was if I make it to the NBA, which is fucking 1 out of 100 million.
Yeah.
Just to make it a D1 is like 1 out of 10 million.
Yep.
But we think everybody's gonna do it. It's a fucking trap because only other person we see successful in our neighborhood is what? The basketball player and the drug dealer, right? So as soon as you don't make it in sports, you give up. Where you going? To drugs. Then you go to drugs, you sell drugs, what happens? You die or go to jail, boom, they got us. It's a booby trap. So that's why you even think about it. If a person goes to professional sports, they go broke within 4 or 5 years. So they put that carrot in front of you like you have all this wealth and glory, but it don't even last that long. So we chasing this shit, right? We don't know how to keep the money, grow the money, and then you're not gonna get it because it's 1 out of fucking billion it's about. So you go to drugs and selling drugs or doing some crime, now you go to jail. Even if you go over here, they trick you because they make it look so good, but you don't even keep the money, you black monkeys. You don't know what to do with this shit. Send your ass right back to the hood. It's crazy.
Damn.
So I always felt that was a trap. But now, it's more to it now. We're learning about stock market, crypto, credit, real estate. We are the most revolutionary humans that ever walked this earth. And people scared of that. And they should be. Most of us had a 400-year head start. Once again, it ain't no war was me, but we're going on facts. 400-year head start. We came here as what? Basically cattle. Then on top of that, when we did get free, shit, they had all these different laws and segregation and all this shit.
Yeah.
We built Black Wall Street. What the white people do? Go there and tear it down, burn it down. Goddamn, we by ourselves. Why the fuck is you fuck with us? And back in those times, 100 years ago, we was the #1 married people, the black people.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So we was the #1 married people, and we was very lucrative in our segregation. We made the most money, we was by ourselves. So what they do, they come in, put in welfare system. The black father can't be in the household, he can't get welfare. We got the projects for you. We got food stamps for you. So now they put the drugs in the hood. So now I can't be with my wife at the crib because she can't get this free housing and this free money. Shit, we got these drugs, so let me sell these drugs. And once again, you stupid motherfuckers shouldn't be out there selling drugs. I'm not saying but what was your options? You poor. Poor people do poor shit for the most part in America. So when that happens, it fucks everything up. So if you truly think about it, Sam, when do you really think black people was free to really move around? Think about it. We talking about civil rights movement. It was fucked up. They spray you with hoses, dogs on you, can't drink at the water fountain. That's 70s? 80s, we really got to move around okay, now we get it a little bit. The 80s, brother. We just now really moving around to learn some shit. And look at the expedited situation we're in right now. We learning crypto, learning stock, running real estate. It's all right. And we got to learn.
If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to click here, and I'm sure you're gonna love that one.